Why is the news always so negative? Have you ever noticed how the news seems to focus on everything that's going wrong in the world? From natural disasters to political scandals, it often feels like there's no good news out there. But why is that? Why does the news always seem so negative? In this video, we're going to explore the reasons behind this trend, how it affects us, and what we can do about it. Let's get started. First, let's talk about something called the negativity bias. This is a psychological phenomenon where humans pay more attention to negative information than positive information. Think about it, when was the last time you clicked on a headline like "Everything is going great in the world"? Probably never. But a headline like "Disaster strikes." That grabs your attention. News outlets know this, and they use it to their advantage. Negative stories get more clicks, more views, and more engagement. It's not that there's no good news out there, it's just that bad news sells better. Another reason for the negativity in the news is fear. Fear is a powerful emotion, and it keeps people hooked. If a news story can make you feel scared or anxious, you're more likely to keep watching or reading. This is why stories about crime, disease, and economic downturns dominate the headlines. They tap into our deepest fears and keep us coming back for more. But what's the cost of this constant exposure to fear? Here's the thing: constant exposure to negative news can take a toll on our mental health. Studies have shown that people who consume a lot of negative news are more likely to experience anxiety, depression, and even feelings of helplessness. It's like being stuck in a loop of bad news, and it can make us feel like the world is a much darker place than it actually is. But is the world really that bad? Or are we just seeing one side of the story? Believe it or not, there's a lot of good news out there that doesn't make the headlines. Did you know that global poverty has been cut in half over the last 30 years? Or that renewable energy is growing faster than ever before? These are huge achievements, but they don't get the same attention as negative stories. Why? Because they don't trigger the same emotional response. But that doesn't mean they're not important. So, what can we do about it? How can we stay informed without feeling overwhelmed by negativity? Here are a few tips. 1. Limit your news intake. You don't need to check the news every hour. Set specific times during the day to catch up on what's happening, and stick to them. 2. Seek out positive news. There are news outlets and platforms dedicated to sharing good news. Follow them to balance out the negativity. 3. Fact check. Not everything you see in the news is accurate. Take the time to verify information before letting it affect your mood. 4. Focus on solutions. Instead of just consuming problems, look for stories that highlight solutions and positive actions being taken. By being more mindful about how we consume news, we can protect our mental health and get a more balanced view of the world. At the end of the day, the news is just one perspective. It's not the full picture. Yes, there are challenges in the world, but there's also a lot of good happening that we don't hear about. By shifting our focus and seeking out a more balanced view, we can feel more hopeful and empowered to make a difference. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed by the negativity in the news, remember you have the power to choose what you consume and how it affects you. Stay informed, but don't forget to seek out the good news too. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Thanks for watching, and remember, there's always more to the story.